All right, everybody, welcome to the podcast. I'm your host, Holy Moses. In the middle, we have Mr. Honda West, aka Honda Tackleberg. And at the other end, we have the other co-host. We have Mr. Bearded Beauty, the awesome man with everything that does this show good. I appreciate everything he does because he keeps our show going. And in the house tonight, we have Mr. Ryan Walston from Basic Bag Works. All right, Ryan, you're out from North Carolina. I know it's late. I want to thank you for coming on and tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us how you got in the scene and, what made you get your business going.
Well, it's a kind of a funny story. Originally, as far as the business goes, I was building my own truck and had a buddy of mine that had a CO2 laser, and I had designed a 33 manifold stand. Sent it over to him, get a couple of them cut, and he ended up cutting me like 5 different, enough for 5 sets. And I was like, all right, cool. I welded them all up, threw them up for sale. Next thing I know, it was, hey, can you do this? Can you do it for AccuAir? Can you do it for the airlift, the slam? I was like, all right, cool. So I started making them. And it just kind of took off from there.
So pretty much just started small parts, and then now what you're doing is, I see a lot of stuff that you're building for Mazdas and other stuff. Was it more like how you said right now, the outpour of people wanting the parts, more of a demand, right? So that's what kind of sparked it, or was it more like, hey man, it looks like everybody's needing some good parts?
So yeah, I started off in a special, I guess, niche. All of the manifold stands that I was making, the compressor stands, they were all made out of 11 gauge stainless, which in the truck scene, nobody does parts like that out of stainless. And I was selling them for pretty much the same price as everybody else was for mild steel parts.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
And then from there, it's slowly grew into I started making parts for my wife's truck, and everybody seen them as, hey, that's cool, I want to buy it. So we just kind of got a website together and started selling everything. And then as far as like the disc brake swap goes for the Mazda, a buddy of mine had actually started that swap, and then when he brought the truck to me, I took that idea and completely changed it up to where it was a more user-friendly, had an e-brake cable built into it, kind of modernized it, revolutionized it, I guess. And
kind of brought it up to date almost.
Do I know?
Kind of brought it up to date, kind of, like brought it into modern time.
Yep. Because, man, it's crazy how many people still have to have an e-brake cable to pass like a vehicle inspection. And so, yeah, I had to make sure there was an e-brake.
Not in Arizona, I don't know, because I've had my e-brake cable all my shit.
Here in North Carolina, man, we don't have that, but there's some states out there that require it, and I want to say like pretty much everywhere in Canada requires an e-brake cable as well. But
right,
it's crazy, man. That kit took off.
Not to go squirrel for a minute, but what is your guys' law on the older vehicles getting tagged and stuff?
Anything 25 years or older, there's no vehicle inspection.
Oh, nice.
So
any emissions or
no
nothing?
Emissions? Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Just pretty much, right?
Just
pretty
recently. Say that again.
What up, Thomas? We got everybody tuning in. So Ryan, at the bottom of our screen, we'll, and you probably see it as all the people that are tuning in for tonight.
What's going on, guys?
Jeremy? What up, Jeremy? So, dude, that's with the parts and stuff, and then your company, and being out in North Carolina, and that's got to be, with the weather wise, that's got to be some hard working with stuff.
That's way better.
Anytime.
I'm comfy.
Hello.
Hey, Ryan.
Right. Hi, Ryan. How you doing?
Can you see me now? But yeah, man, that disc brake kit is probably one of the highest seller items that I have. And man, I've had guys from Australia buy the kit. So that's been very interesting.
All of you shorts, Chris.
So okay, that the brake kit and everything, and being user friendly, and being able to, was it hard to get it to go to user friendly, or was it a big modification to be a user friendly item?
No, it took a little bit of research. I mean, I think it took all of like between 8 to 12 hours as far as research, figuring out what works off of this vehicle, what works off of this vehicle. And it's set up to where if you have an issue, you can go to any local parts store and buy those parts either that day or have it the very next day. It's nothing that takes, a week to get or nothing like that.
Nothing like true one-of-one parts where, hey, you got to call them manufacturer, and they're like, yeah, you're like a month out, 3 months out.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, it would have been great for me from a profit standpoint, be like, hey, you can only buy the parts from me. But
right.
That's not what I'm about. I want to make stuff to where A, everybody can afford it, and B, it's user friendly to where it's serviceable.
Right.
And that's the way I go into building all my trucks as well. How can I make this serviceable so that way nobody has issues on the side of the road or whatever the case is?
Right.
So, like the truck that's in the flyer, the Black C10, that was one you guys built. Was there anything that you guys fought with that? Was there any any problems on the way for that build, or was it just straight shot? Cut of the mill, C10, boom, 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 out the door.
Yeah, that C10's got a very interesting story. It was at another shop nearby, and from what I was told by the customer, it was on jack stands at that guy's shop for like 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Anyways, some things went down and it ended up coming here. So when it got brought to me, it had a extensive two-link on it, an extensive notch, and he had bought the chassis fab control arms for it. Put the panhard bar in there, started doing all the two-link stuff, and showed him the video of how hard the panhard bar pulled that rear end. And he's like, nah, let's kill that. Let's go to a Watts link. So then I built a Watts link from scratch for that truck. And when it comes to the air tanks on that truck, there is a full cross member that you unbolt and drop the air tanks and the manifold completely down.
Oh wow!
Underneath.
So it's one like a little unit that drops down. So it's like just one big. Okay, that's kind of
nice, serviceable.
You know what that reminds me of? Remember back in the day when fucking they would sell in the box.
Yeah, the overheating box.
In the old box, and you just plug and play.
Yeah,
that's a new version of a plug and play, dude. That's tight. I like that because you don't have to sit there and unbolt each fucking tank.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you, man. I've been doing more rework on trucks than I have built virgin trucks here lately. Okay. And man, I'm gonna tell you, some things that I see is like that doesn't make sense. Why?
Okay, tell us one. We're all dying to know. Like, what is the most fucked up shit you've seen on a truck? Go, hey, we used to drive this down the road all the time.
Man,
That's too many.
If he's got to pause and think, that's bad.
There's been a few.
Yeah, there's been a few that's like, wait, what? Yeah.
Okay, but any of those drivable when they were brought to you, like, were some of those actually on the road seeing miles?
Yes.
Oh God.
Yeah. I've seen things I don't know if you guys saw the orange truck that was called Pumpkin on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It's a '06 Cat Eye crew cab, bodied and everything like that. I'm not sure who did the work from the original builder to the new owner.
Yeah.
But man, somebody had hacked up the control arms that were on it to the point that we counted how many turns for the heim joints to come out of the control arm, and they weren't but like 2.5 turns.
Holy
damn.
crap.
Yeah.
Riding on hopes
that
and
was-
dreams.
Dude, that's
It was bad.
Dude, if you hit a bump just right, that shit'll fucking.
Yeah. It was bad.
It'll pull the line right out. Yeah.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's needless to say, I rebuilt those control arms from complete scratch. Made sure everything was right.
So because you're doing more and more, I'm gonna say repair work, more and more repair work from other shops. Has it been more difficult? Because sometimes I know you have to, completely. You look at, say, like that back half. You already knew that you saw that rear end was tugging as hard as it could. Is it hard to sit there and go, hey man, it looks good, but we have to start over? Like, is it hard to pressure a customer to be like, hey man, I know you want this, I know you love it, I know you spent money on it, but we're gonna have to start over because they fucked up. There's no way to repair it.
Oh yeah, I mean, we had one come through here recently, man. I'm not sure who had bagged it, but it would have took and cost the customer more time and money to fix what was there than it would have been for me just to go ahead and cut it off and just back half the whole truck.
Okay.
Wow.
That makes more sense.
Which is what we ended up doing.
All right, Ryan. We're at 8:17 right now. I know you want to do an hour. You want to do a little bit more, or are you cool for an hour?
Yeah, we're good, man. We can keep right on rolling.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Good enough.
You let us know when you're ready. When you feel you're ready to, call it.
What time is it there?
Yeah.
Yeah, 11.
Is
Oh,
this
shit.
Wow, Moses got it right for once.
what?
Damn.
What? I know he said it was 11. Yeah, okay, sorry.
Yeah,
What part of you are you in the man shed, or are you like in a secret compartment from the house?
It's my little office area.
You're so interested in where he is.
I mean, you
because
kind of look at
it
the
looks-
background.
it's
You're like,
I
he's
don't know.
got concealed.
Yeah.
He's got storage above him, and it
He's
looks,
got a breaker
circuit
box
breaker,
behind
right?
him. I don't
got
know
a
if it's like a secret
dry erase
compartment.
board
Is there
behind
a
him.
secret way of asking where
Little
Yeah.
doorway, right?
He's got a door that
Yeah.
matches with the wood, so it kind of blends in.
Yeah, over here in that room there is a lot of the part storage and the
Okay.
my air compressor.
Oh, all right.
So yeah,
Yeah. My question is, Basic Bag Works, your company, from what you started to where you're at now, is there anything different that you could change from the beginning to where you're at? Now that you know the technology, the stuff that we're advancing on with auto parts, aftermarket parts, frames and whatnot. Is there anything different about that now from what you started from?
not really. The only thing I wish I would have done different would have been to build a larger shop.
Gotta fit them all in. Right?
Right.
Yeah,
Gotta get 'em all in.
my shop's 34 foot wide, 36 foot deep, with like 11, 12 foot outer walls. But by the time I put in the JD squared plasma table, man, that and the weld table, and I got a forklift. There's no room. Because at one time I actually had a 2-post lift, and I pulled a vehicle in, before I even got the plas table. I was like, if I put this up, there's no room left in the shop to work.
Oh, shit.
Like, well, time to sell it. So yeah, that's definitely one of the things I wish I had done differently, was going ahead and went bigger.
Right.
Okay, but do you think bigger would have made a big difference of like would it brought in more customers or would it been more room to get stuff done?
Both.
Yeah, probably both.
Oh, both. All right.
Right.
Yeah, because you got to think it's just like us. We moved from 4,000 square feet to 18,000 square feet.
Yeah. So he says that, and what's funny is he's on.
We still don't have any room. I'm still working outside in the desert.
So he's like that, right? So Ryan, I'm on paint and body, and what's funny is we were so used to sharing a hose and running out of air that now we're still sharing a hose, but we know we have a lot of air. So we're like,
can't break the habits.
We got one hose, and we're going, hey man, let me borrow your hose real quick. I gotta blow something out. Even though like there's enough air for all of us to be there.
Oh yeah.
Are there anything that you're building for yourself right now? I know the picture you have on your website is that Mazda. Is that yours or is that custom?
The cream colored Mazda is my wife's.
Oh, okay, nice. Mazda gang all day.
Yeah. My truck's a Mazda as well, but I had to sacrifice my frame for her truck.
Oh wow.
Oh shit.
We got her truck, and somebody previously had drug it to the point where it dropped the lower control arm out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna step out of frame for that because that peeled mine.
I was like, oh.
And I'm gonna step back in the frame for that because I had to fix it.
Well, that was like Pinky's frame. I would catch the reflectors on the road, like on purpose, just to boom, boom, try to get one off the road in one piece. Well, it left my frame wore out so much, I had a permanent indent for where the reflectors were by the time I was done dragging.
On purpose.
Yeah, what is that? Oh, I modified it to hit the reflector.
Yeah, I can lay out on the reflectors
This
now.
time he's like, watch this.
I haven't done it yet in this truck.
No, but you do.
Well, I was going to ask then real quick, since your truck's frame went to your wife's truck, have you built a new frame then for yours?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Unfortunately,
Single cab or extra cab?
Well, there comes the big secret.
Uh-oh. Hearing it now, guys. You're hearing this big secret now.
Yeah, it's one of those builds that when it comes out, there's only one other person that's doing it right now. It'll be I guess the best way to call it is a crew cab plus.
Oh, he's doing an S10. He's doing what the S10 dudes do.
Yeah. Okay.
They do the 4 doors, but they do the extended
The
cab.
Oh,
yeah.
Like a mega
That's
cab.
fucking dope as shit.
That's the one by
Yeah. No, somebody. I saw a picture
No,
on
not
the
like
internet with the truck like that.
4-door, more dudes.
Four
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll pick it up, but
Oh, damn, dude. That looks tight.
That's fucking sick.
I am so jelly right now.
Oh man.
Damn it! I'm getting rid of part of my.
Hey, Tanner, I think he can fit a few more dudes than you.
so yeah, that was the plan. But I don't know what I'm gonna do yet.
It looks sick, dude.
Dude, the rendering
Yeah.
alone, fucking nice, dude. I can't wait to see it.
And in that rendering, that's a standard cab short bed, and I've also acquired a standard cab long bed as well.
Ooh.
So that's going to be interesting.
Set it up next to it, and you see
Right.
which one looks the best that you're gonna use.
Oh yeah,
Almost to a point of concepts.
I figured it up with the long bed on it. That truck would be roughly 24 to 25 feet long. Bumper to bumper.
Tanner, how long is the Nissan from front to back? That's what I want to figure. Cause fuck, dude, that's long. That's like,
Dude, that's the longest U-Haul truck you can get. The biggest.
Yeah.
Okay,
27
so
footer.
think about the trailer sitting in the backyard. How long
Okay.
is it? 20 foot.
That's 20
that's a
foot.
20 foot.
Plus the daily.
No, it wouldn't.
No,
it would
that would
be. It'd be me laying down in front of
front of the daily.
no, in front of the
In
trailer.
front of the trailer.
That's how long it would be. Add 6 feet. That's
Okay,
hella long.
Okay, and
That's
that's
dope.
not including Ryan. You're probably gonna body drop it, right? Stock
Oh, yeah.
floor. Okay.
Well, yeah, you just got to build a custom frame.
All right. Stock floor body drop on top of that 5 lug. You know, so it's gonna fucking bells and whistles. Shit, dude.
It's gonna stay.
Did you hear that?
Just put
No.
dually wheels under it. Just put the dually axle. I mean, you're already long enough.
You're already long enough.
Yeah. So the plan is it'll stay 6 lug, and it's going
Nice.
to. I'm going to try and fit. I don't know if it's going to be possible. I'm going to try and body drop it on 22 by 12s in the back,
Damn.
and I'd like to go
you can
22
do
in
it,
the
but
front.
you can do it, but that rear end's
You gotta
that rear
shorten
end's
it.
gonna be so short, dude.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
You might as well just fucking ditch the stock one and go with a 4 9-inch.
Triple frame rails.
There
That
you
thing
go.
will be going.
That's
That thing's gonna be hella long.
yeah.
I like that though, because dude, just picture that. Fucking skating down the goddamn
Quad
street.
cab, extra cab,
Extra cab, like
long bed.
shit, dude.
Fuck
and
yeah.
then he can sit there and be like, "Where'd you get it? I bought it from some bicycles out of Mexico." You know, and be like what? Like, and then everyone's gonna think that it was made in Mexico, and be like, everyone's gonna start hunting for him left and right.
Yeah. The only place I know you can get the crew cab is Australia,
Yes.
and I want to say there might be some in the Philippines.
Philippines, Brazil, Philippines, Brazil, and Australia. But in Australia, they're Ford Couriers.
Yeah.
So yeah, which is still fucking Mazda, same body style. But you can
Yeah,
get
that
the
FOMOCO stuff.
but you can get the old utility curved body, the curved bed,
Bless you.
like the
Mhm.
Toyota. Your allergies, huh?
Yeah.
Did you take his Claritin ahead of time?
No, we're out.
No, I'm out.
He's got like 2
All right,
left.
if anybody got the bootleg on Claritin, hit us up.
I'll go get it tomorrow.
There we go.
That's the only reason.
Because we interviewed a couple guys in Australia, and for them, it's their Ford Couriers, same body style, nothing changed. The only difference is the motor, and then the grill has that dip.
Yep.
Where the headlights go. You know, that's what up, Tim?
What's up?
Tim.
man?
What up, Tube?
Like your song.
Yes, we love the songs, Tim. PM. I want to know how you did it. This guy.
So yeah, that's the biggest thing is trying to figure out how to get a cab here and not, spend 20 grand.
Right.
Okay, so from what I was told from the guys in Australia, if you're gonna do that,
Oh, must have said it's cream.
no, they literally said fill the container. So fill the container with as much shit as you think you need for that thing, or get a few friends together that want to throw in and buy stuff or whatever they're doing, and then it'll be more cheaper instead of just bringing the cab. Bringing the shell, because the shell you're already spending, I believe it's like 10 or 20 grand just to get it to bring it here, and that's not having to sit in customs for a while. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Ain't nobody making anybody cry, Tanner.
Talk to you later, Tanner.
Have a good night, Tanner.
Yeah,
Containers.
6. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's more likely to have it fit where you can fit a bunch of stuff in it to bring it across seas. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Because then you're spending less of a dime, and you get
You get more parts for less money.
Yeah, so
Right,
get
right.
a cab and then buy a bunch of parts.
Yeah, I've even looked into just trying to get the doors sent over. It's like, hey, somebody send me the doors. I'll spend $4 or $5 grand on doors. I don't care. Just send me the doors. That way I have the door glass. That way I know the curvature of the glass is right. And then I can build a door frame from there and just cut up several different, cabs.
Tim, what he's doing is he's trying to get, if any, Bo, Luke, or anybody in Australia, if you can DM Mr. Ryan Walston and let him know that, if you guys can point him in the right direction for Ford Courier. What's up, Zoe?
There you go. Question for you.
Hold on. To finish what you were finishing, get in touch with him. If you have any contacts with quad cab or whatever.
Quad cab doors.
So now, Zoe, go ahead.
Zoe, what's up, guys? Question for Ryan.
Yeah.
What power plant are you using for your Mazda, Ryan?
Right now, the plan is to do the Kia Sportage FE3.
Okay.
Keep it
Nice.
simple.
Fucking FE3 swap.
I mean, it's almost a direct bolt in kind of.
Yeah.
It is a direct bolt in, but with wire up 2-3 different wires and you're done.
It's actually what's funny is the FE3s are 3-wire, depending on what model. Some of them are 4-wire. So no, it's weird because this fool's always like fucking Bearded Beauty's always like 3-wire the world, 3-wire the world, and I didn't notice that till a few days later somebody sent me the schematics for an FE3 and I'm like, damn, fool, that's literally fucking 3 wires. The rest of it is all the bullshit for fucking AC and stereo and.
I mean, technically, you can do the same thing with an LS.
Yeah.
Technically, you just take all the pink wires, all the grounds, and I forget what the other one is.
Nah, but for ours, it's like one solid wire.
Yeah.
Another solid
One wire, one wire, one wire.
one wire. Not
Till
a
we
bunch
equal
of
3.
fucking pink wires. What up, Dylan?
What's going on?
What up, Dylan?
Hell yeah, dude. Fucking.
Great question.
That's a
Great
awesome question because being able to do the FE3 swap, he's not gonna fight with anything. Most likely, he's gonna fight with is literally whatever he's gonna get the vehicle out of. That's
Yeah. I've actually my truck originally was Kia swapped when I built it the first time because when I went to pick it up, the truck had no power of itself on the trailer, on a U-Haul trailer at that. It just had no power. I was like, all right,
yeah.
Like, Kia swap right now. Bought a whole car. I think I paid the woman like $350 for it. She said it wouldn't run. Got it back home, pulled the intake off of it, sprayed a little brake cleaner in there because that's all I had. Fired right up and ran.
Damn.
No issue.
Nice.
So, so that's the motor that's going to go in the wife's truck. And then I had a buddy of mine who lives around here who was going to Kia swap his truck. He ended up donating to me the whole swap.
Damn.
So I've got him here.
Donated the whole swap to you for an FE3, dude. That's fucking awesome, man.
Yeah.
What up, Kevin? Shout out to Kevin right now.
Sorry, you're on the wrong room.
The Big Wiener Club. I saw him at
You're in the
the
wrong room.
BAM Foundation car show in Chandler. I'm gonna tell you, dude, that shit got off the chain after 10 o'clock. They were still fucking driving up and down that thing and cruising and shit.
Yeah.
The cops came out and were like telling everybody they had to leave after that. I was like, sorry, didn't mean to go squirrel. All right.
Anyways,
So,
back on the ranch.
back on the ranch. We are, if you're just joining us, guys, we are talking with Ryan from Basic Bag Works out in North Carolina. He is joining us right now at the moment. It is really late on his end. We appreciate it for him coming out, talking to us about his company and the stuff he's done,
And working on.
yeah, still working on on the stuff he's building. He is joining us from his secret compartment in the compound of his isolated location. We cannot disclose, but we know he's in the vicinity of North Carolina. That's the only thing we know.
Yeah, we're only about an hour away from the beach, so that tells you how far
nice.
east I am.
Oh shit! The shot was fire. Nice. Oh yeah, man. What's crazy is that where you're at, you're lucky because you don't have to deal with fucking emissions and goddamn shit like that. So there's a lot of older vehicles that are on the road, and I know it's got to be hectic when people are just like, I know there's people that drive newer cars out there that get mad at the rest of us because we can get our tags cheaper and we pay more for insurance, but our tags are always cheaper when it comes to that. And they're no. What is the most expensive tag that have you paid for out there?
My dually.
Yeah.
Man, I got there's weighted tags on it. I can't remember. I think I've got it down for 20.
Okay.
And it costs me almost $600 every year.
Damn.
Newer vehicle then?
It's an 08
No.
Chevrolet 3500.
Damn, dude.
No. So the neighbor's truck, we were talking about it. It's a 2022.
Yeah.
It's $1,500
To register it?
to register it.
Yeah, but this is North Carolina.
It doesn't matter. It's a diesel.
That's
You got a diesel gang going.
Yeah, and they factor it probably off the original cost of the vehicle
Mm-hmm.
and then prorate it down every
I
year.
wanted a truck.
Yeah, I
was
know.
afraid to drive it.
Well,
That's a
you
big truck.
probably
It's a
spent
big
some
ass
really good
truck.
money on it too.
So right now, what are you paying for gas out there out in North Carolina, man?
For regular 87, gas has just hit $3.99 a gallon. Diesel is right at $5.40.
Yeah,
That's way less than us.
Yeah.
$3.99.
Diesel's not
Oh,
bad.
no.
They're flirting about
Regular gas.
what, 60 cents?
Yep.
You said 540, right, Ryan?
No.
Yeah.
For the diesel?
The weekend before Mini Nats, I took a truck back to a customer in Tennessee, and the fastest way to get there was to go up into Virginia. Man, I was passing places that diesel was $6.25, $6.35 a gallon.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was like, let's just make it to Tennessee. I know the price drops. Man, we pulled in on probably nothing.
They're just coasting it into the
like
gas station.
Yep.
Like, we just made it. Why? He pulls up and he turns it off, turns it back on. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we made it.
Yeah. And as soon
how
as
long
we crossed into Tennessee, man, it dropped like. Do I know?
How long have you had your business? How long basic backwork's been in?
I think we're hitting somewhere around year 6 or 7.
Nice.
I think
What up?
third year in, I was vending at Mini Nats.
Okay.
And what's crazy was everybody saw that it was stainless. Backtracking right back to where the business started was building stainless manifold stands and compressor stands. Nobody would buy them. Everybody thought the price tag on them were so high because it was stainless, and I'm like, nah. Back then, this was 5-6 years ago, roughly. I was selling manifold stand for $35.
That's fucking cheap. I would have bought a fucking stand for that much.
Yeah, and then you went over a couple of booths, and they were selling 3/16 quarter-inch mild steel manifold stand for the same price, or maybe a couple dollars more.
Damn.
Damn, come on, my dumb ass bought a fucking door handle for $80, and I gotta wait till Dino's to buy the other side.
Bang.
Yeah,
He's a fancy bitch. He thought there were 2 of them.
I thought there were 2 for the price. I'm like, fuck, no.
No.
Should have handed it back and been
I
like,
should have, but it didn't work.
No.
you got the other one, right?
He was too confident
What's confident?
on what he was buying. He couldn't turn back.
And
They
I
put
bet,
it in a bag, he walked away and didn't realize
and
till he got home.
I bet Ryan can agree. Ryan can agree when he's had customers that bring their trucks and they fucking they're like, no, this is just for that. Like, this is just to do this. Does not include all the rest of the rust or whatever other nonsense.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. So, one of the business, not necessarily mottos, but one of the business trends that I try to implement is when you come to me for pricing, I'm not going to give you a generic price. Let's stop. Let's talk about what exactly you want. What kind of quality of your air ride parts do you want? Do you want a push button and it, like the AccuAir setup with the E-level and it goes to the ride height? You know what I mean? Or do you want a manual setup? All this changes your pricing tremendously. And it's funny because they'll come to me like, oh, well, so-and-so down the road give me, this price tag. I'm like, okay, well, what did that include? I don't know. All right, let's talk about it. I'm just not going to throw a price tag out there at you. And I'm,
Yeah,
I'm going to make.
this is the starting price. but it may go north of that very quickly, depending on what you want to do.
Depending on what you want to do and how long the truck's there.
Right.
The longer a truck's or a vehicle's at a shop and you're getting custom work done, the more shit that starts getting added on.
Right.
Yeah, that's like today.
We're not talking about
like how you were saying. It's so you're more like you work with their budget, but you try to break it down and go, okay, cool. He told you 25. Well, I'm gonna show you what 2,500 is of, or 3,500 is of. Depending on what brand you're using, because I know there's many different brands that can sway the price of what your total is.
Oh yeah, for sure. Man,
But at least listening to the customer, it sounds like, for Ryan's case, making sure that he knows exactly what they want.
Yeah, that he can break it down for them before they spend a ridiculous amount of money on stuff they don't need.
Yeah, that's where I try to go, man, is make it affordable. So that way, anybody can afford parts from me. I try to do my best as far as keeping everything cheap. Of course, we know some things just don't run that way, but it is what it is.
Okay. Yeah, because that's only the bad part about it is if somebody understands that aspect of it when you're building stuff for the industry, with the brackets, you probably sat there and go, okay, cool, here's the same one, here's mine, same price, makes no difference.
Oh yeah.
Like there's always people that'll compare shit like that.
Oh yeah. Man, I come across something this week, I think it was. A guy was selling an under the bed Mazda bed notch or frame notch. His cost on that was what, $175. I'm like, dude, I sell an 8-piece notch for $120.
Wow.
I'm like, where's all that cost going? You're using less material and charging another $50 more than I am.
$5, you're probably paying for a name. You know what I mean? Like,
No, $50, not
50,
$5.
Oh, $50?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe fucking it comes through Amazon with a hand job. I don't know. Like Amazon says they do everything. Like, do they fucking give you a happy ending at the end of the month?
Maybe it's Temu.
Well, Temu, whatever, Temu is just an Asian hand that's just like, here's your pallet. You take it now.
We sell you quality product.
Yeah, quality product now at 50 cents. A fucking goddamn pallet of goddamn shit. You're like, what am I gonna do with a bunch of fucking Furby saws or Milwaukee batteries that don't fit?
me. I'll take the Milwaukee batteries.
That don't fit?
They'll fit.
They'll fit.
We'll make them
They're
fit.
like, we'll make them fit.
Make adapters, bro.
There we go. Oh, okay. So that's a question that he brought up. Adapters. Okay. Have you had anybody bring you a truck and they brought you some sort of adapter for some makeshift notch, makeshift front end setup, or something of that nature? Because I know that customers got to bring you parts where you sit there and have to question, like, okay, how did you think this was going to actually fit?
Yeah, back when X2 Industries was still available, still online, I don't know what happened to them. But I had a customer bring me his Mazda, and he brought me a bag kit that he had bought from X2 Industries that was supposedly bolt-on setup.
Never heard of that?
I have.
Yeah, bolt-on stuff.
Yeah.
And
They're not.
No.
I got looking at it. I started pulling measurements and everything. I looked at the dude. I said, man, you'll never lay the truck out with this. He's like, what do you mean? I said, we bolt this on. Your truck's still going to be anywhere from 2 to 4 inches off the ground.
Oh, it's like those old S10 setups that they used to sell back in the day, the AIM or the FBI ones.
Yeah, you got to notch the frame a little bit, but then you bolt this section on the rear of the frame.
They never told you that part.
But all it is like a 3-inch drop, essentially.
Yeah, they never told you that part.
Yeah.
They just told you it was a bolt-on.
It's bolt-on, yeah.
Everybody's front end sat like almost fucking like a swatted style. right?
Yep.
Yeah, from what I can remember.
Yeah, so at that point, so at
back
that
to
point, man,
problem with that, when they were bringing you stuff like that.
Didn't mess
yeah,
her up.
at that point, it's like I told the guys, like, look, man, it's not, you're not gonna be happy with it if I put it on and charge you for it. I'm like, so I sat down, figured out the cost. I was like, this is what's going to be to do it the right way the first time. Be done. And yeah, it ended up working out that he didn't have the money to do it. So, we went on to the next project.
I figured he'd be like, go ahead and bolt it on. I'll deal with it later. Like, he really wanted
he
to
was
be
like,
that guy.
yeah, he's like, well, he said, I'll keep saving up my money. I'll bring it back to you down the road, and we'll do it right the first time. So
At least he was, I don't want to say smart enough, but smart enough to realize, because I know there's some people that'd be like still pressuring you going, I want this done or whatever. And then boom, you go and do it. And then they're not happy, even though you explain, hey, these are going to be the results from this. And they still don't want to listen, but it's your name that they're throwing on out there. Well, see, I mean, you said it was going to lay and it didn't lay or whatever. And, it comes back on you for all the wrong reasons, but you just did what he wanted to have done. And it's that big clash or whatever, which sucks for a business owner for doing custom work. So
yeah, it was like that. That kind of goes back to the C10. He brought me all the parts with the truck, and I was like, trying to save him money by using those parts. But then in the end, man, we ended up, taking some of them parts and just kind of throwing them away.
Right.
Because I think it was like with that 2-link kit, that rear end was getting like 30. I think it was like 30 some degrees of pinion angle change. And I was like, dude, I was like, nah. He's like, well, look, this is what we got. This is what we're doing for right now. I'll come back later and we'll switch it out to a 4-link. All right, cool. Sounds good to me. That way we can, because that's just an astronomical number of change there.
Oh, wow. That seems like a lot that you had to redo a lot of people's work or redo what they were like, oh, this is what I got, this is what I brought you, and then in the end they go, oh man, well, good thing we went this route. And you're like, well, yeah, we would have been here fighting with it more and more and more.
Oh yeah.
Because a lot of people think that these builds are simple. They watch TV, they watch stuff, and they're like, oh, well, they just didn't no. I'm like, those trucks take years and years of being, like you said, that guy's truck sat in some place for how long on Jackson?
He told me like 3 years.
Okay, and how long did it sit at your shop?
Couple months. And I only work from the time I get off from my regular 8 to 5 job till 11 o'clock at night, Monday through Friday, and then I'll try to get out here on Saturdays, around 2 o'clock.
Right now we're in the middle of shop hours.
It's after hours.
So right now we're in the middle of shop hours.
After hours.
Okay, after hours. Okay.
Yeah, I was working all the way up until time to come in here and sit down and work or for the podcast.
Nice. Hell yeah, man. And I want to thank you for, joining us and coming out and taking time out of the shop and, from you fixing everybody's fucking crap, and building badass shit that you're doing.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
And coming from the disclosed location that you're at right now.
Corey, it's magic, all right.
It's simple. Just
that YouTube magic.
Whatever, fucking Corey. Corey's the guy that holds the camera while they're building.
Ben's doing all the work.
Yeah, fucking shout out to Ben Wood and Wood Fab. Go take a check out of what Corey's talking about on his fucking video. I heard the firewall right now.
At the end of the day, I know nobody's perfect, right? So somebody somewhere along the line is going to make mistakes. It's just a matter of, do you catch it before it leaves? And with that C10, I won't lie, it left out of here, everything was great. And he sent me a picture. It's like, hey, what's up with this? I'm like, oh, hold on. When can I come over there and I'll fix it for you? And I think I drove, it was like 2 hours down the road one way. Drove there, fixed it, come back to the shop. You know, that's one thing that's one thing I'll do and I'll stand behind is if I mess something up, I will fix it.
And that,
Right on.
see, you don't fucking hear that. You don't hear
I
that.
mean-
you hear that from shops, but not at that kind of, accountability. But like, hey man, well, yes.
We do.
Okay. You? Yeah. Oh yeah. After the
Not on your end. No, we're not talking about today.
Oh, okay,
We're talking about
Okay.
other things that have
Yeah.
happened to, Jeeps and stuff like that they get brought right back, and it's like, nope, we're gonna fix it. Don't worry about it.
And that's the thing, because it's your name out there, Ryan. I know it's your name, it's your company, and you want to make sure that your customer service, your quality, the work you're doing stands up to when somebody goes, oh hey man, if you want to fucking get your shit done, go take it to him. And then if the guy goes, hey, well I got all these parts, like, go ahead, take the parts. He'll let you know what you need and help you out what you have with you right now. You know what I mean? Because not a lot of shops will do that when it comes to customer bringing parts.
Yeah, man, I try to, help out where I can when it comes down to it at the end of the day. I get it. I was one of them guys that was broke at the beginning building my truck. It's like, man, I could barely afford this, and I had a kid on the way, and, so I can get it. I've been there. Shoot, I'm still there. What are you talking about?
Air high five. Got you.
But that comes down to it. My name is everything. I'm still small enough of a business that the right person comes through, and if I get a bad name off of it, that could kill me. That could kill the whole business.
Yep.
But at the end of the day,
is there other shops out there that do the work that you do out there in North Carolina, or is it just you in your area where you're at?
No, there's within a 2-hour drive, I'd say there's probably 6 or 7 shops.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's crazy because this area isn't very saturated with, with bag trucks.
Damn.
Oh, shit.
Huh.
What up, Ron? What up, Trent?
Oh,
That's
shit.
my manager.
Oh shit! Damn. What up?
See, we weren't going to talk about Ryan.
What's up there, boy? George?
We weren't going to talk about Ryan tonight.
I know. Nobody said him. Damn it, boy,
I was trying to let that one slide.
What's going
What's
on,
up,
Dave?
Dave?
What up, Dave? See what happened? Fucking goddamn boy George shows up and nobody was talking about it.
even
Goddamn.
fuckface.
I know, right?
No, go back. Down.
Down. One more.
Oh, he's on here?
Yeah, he's been on
We're
here.
both on there.
He's been on here since the beginning.
Quiet.
Yeah, no, because we got the guest on.
So,
So what happened today
Don't
at
try to
work?
behave.
What happened today at work is one of our coworkers was working on a Jeep, and we didn't realize that it didn't go into park. So when he went to go start
What's up,
it,
Pam?
it was in reverse. So it took off,
it sucked, but yeah, I know.
crashed into another Jeep.
I mean,
Luckily, it wasn't fast or anything like that, but
Two of the most expensive.
two of the most expensive Jeeps that we have at work
That
got
one of the fucking
into an accident. So
and that one of the people who's on his way.
yeah, one guy, he's supposed to be leaving in a month for a 7,000 mile cruise in that
But
thing.
he's on his way here before that to come look at his shit.
Yeah, well,
So
we'll get it done.
yeah, so and then
I'm like, we'll get it done. We'll get them fixed.
Yeah,
That's all that matters.
so it happens, and then all of a sudden I'm over there.
But that's the
looking
thing,
at
though.
tailgate. Dude, that tailgate was.
I called him and he's like, shit's happening at work. Gotta go. And I'm
I
like,
hung up on her.
I was like, what the fuck just happened?
What sucks is like what the tailgate that got hit on the other vehicle. It sucks because no matter how straight you get it, it's part of the hinge setup.
That thing just crumpled.
So it sucks because it's a part of the hinge setup. So one end of the hinge goes in with a rod, and another hinge with another rod goes in and it's set onto each other. So no matter how straight you get it, you're fucked because it's what holds it and opens it. What up?
What's up?
Hell yeah.
What up?
What up, Yvonne? So it just sucks because when it comes to that, no matter how straight you get it, it's with the hinge. So now we got another tailgate I got to work on tomorrow and strip and
Hinge
get
replacement.
ready. Yeah, and weld up holes, and it's
It's literally all hands on deck. Like after that happened, it was just literally everything in the shop stopped, and it was just hands on deck, get everything where it needs to go.
Yep.
And get it going. Yeah. See.
Yeah.
So
And I
120K met another
and
120K.
tomorrow I got to work on that tailgate so we can get ready and get that painted on.
But that's the thing though. We'll get
the boss is out of town.
But you're standing. See, you guys are standing, or the owner of your guys' shop is standing by the work.
No.
Ryan's standing by the work.
And that's the thing.
Yeah,
Because-
boss man's out in Mexico right
Oh,
now.
Boss man-
okay.
And this boss man,
But
this boss man here is standing by his work, and he drove just to fucking go fix that.
Yep.
Just to go fix that, whatever tiny of a problem that you did.
Yep.
You know, whatever tiny problem that customer's like, hey man,
Yeah.
but you went out there, and that's the thing because
It's 120 each Jeep.
you know when it comes to that, you know that's your name. He's taking that vehicle to the show. He's showing it off, and he's getting you more business.
It's your name, no matter what.
Yeah.
So
no
you
matter
have to
what
you have to do what you have to do to make things right in any situation, no matter how small
and how
or
big
how big, like today, you know. But
So-
that's the cool thing, you know, like seeing everybody drop what they're doing to just
Yeah.
okay, Ryan did this, but Coda was helping, Stan was helping,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, Jesse was helping,
On our
all
side,
of our guys were helping, Fuckface was helping, I was helping.
I want to bang on the table now. Too.
What up, Corey?
We can bang on
Oh.
the table all we want.
Ryan.
What up?
I don't know.
Checkmate.
I don't know if you see it, Ryan, but Corey from Checkmate. If you ever want some badass pinstriping, hit up Checkmate. Corey Raybon. His Honda Accord, bro, is just like in tribal from the front to the back. So yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But anyways, back on the ranch.
Back on the ranch.
Now that we're done talking about work.
Yes.
Sorry.
No, because he brought up a good thing because
I know.
The customer service and being able to be he's his own boss. He's probably his own crew. You know.
He probably has
He
somebody.
has a crew.
He's got to have somebody that works for
How
him.
many people work under you?
I've got a guy that helps me out.
See?
So it's just
And
me.
he's working after his 9 to 5 job.
Yeah, and that's even harder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Work
and-
9 to 5, and then you go to the shop, and you don't get home until 11, or go in the house till 11.
Yeah, go into the house
Yeah.
because the shop is probably very close.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. And then you got to juggle, 2 kids and a wife, mixing all that too.
Yeah. Okay, with that question on that, is it been,
Later, Trent.
Has it been easier? Like, how's the family when it comes to the lifestyle of mini trucking?
Oh yeah.
All in?
Yeah. So this truck that I'm building for the wife is going to be her first one, and it's going to be her first 5-speed. So I didn't want to body drop it.
Oh,
Just because of that. And my oldest, she's getting ready to turn 10, and she's already, oh, Daddy, I like this, I like this, I like this, So, she's racking up that list, and my youngest is 4, and getting ready to turn 5, and she's starting to get into it.
nice.
So it's going to be
What up? Hell yeah.
We already did that.
Oh yeah, dude, that's awesome when you can bring the family together with what you love, and then
Becomes a family affair.
comes a family affair, and sooner or later, she'll be your kids will be hitting switches, and they'll be asking you, "What are you going to build them next?"
Oh yeah. Yeah, and originally the plan was to never get the business to where it is now. It just kind of happened.
That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
We hit a point where we hit a point when we were selling parts. It was like, all right, we've either got to spend some money on a piece of equipment, or we got to, figure something out. And that's when we dropped. At the time, the JD squared table was $25,000, and we dropped $25,000 on it and bought it.
Damn.
Yeah, but when it strikes, you gotta just you gotta take the deal.
Yeah, when
you find a way to make that deal happen.
Oh yeah.
because if
And
they
the
drop in
growing-
the end, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh fuck yeah.
It doesn't seem like it right at first, but it will.
Especially when it comes to building the truck. When sitting in the middle of building trucks, it's like, hey, I need this tab. All right, cool. I'll go sit down, draw it up, cut it out. Here it goes.
So it's literally you're eliminating the middleman on a lot of stuff that okay, cool, we just need the measurement.
Yeah, you just make the part.
Yep.
Instead of ordering the part, waiting a week plus for it to get here, you just go to the table, boop boop ba doop boop. Then
So
boop,
if he wanted to make himself wait a week, he would just set it up and be like, all right, I'll wait till.
We're gonna pre-schedule this.
I'm sure he's not going to do that.
It's all like this. It's all. Do you want to start a program? And all of a sudden it's like, babe. Okay, hold on. Yeah. The weekend comes. Sunday comes, and it's a meme that goes, "Oh, when you started the project on Saturday,
Here's Monday.
here's Monday." That's kind
Yeah,
of the only.
We bought that table at the right time too, because that was right in the middle of COVID when we bought it, and I was the very last order before they raised prices.
Oh wow.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and fast forward till now, the same setup that I have now, table wise, costs you $45,000.
Ugh. Damn.
I know they're
It's-
expensive, but shit.
Oh, talk about lasers.
Yeah,
dude. You
I
go
know.
into lasers. I heard 150 grand plus.
Yeah.
That's like.
Yeah.
Dude,
But they're badass.
you might as well just get.
If you get lucky and get a used CO2 laser, man, you're talking 80 to 100,000 for used.
I was still close to that 100 grand mark.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, but here's the thing: you spend that money, and then you make your shit tenfold back on the miscellaneous small stuff, and that's it. Because
You're gonna put that laser to work.
because you can't tell me that your neighbor down the street got a hold of the blueprints to those put together barbecue pits and goes, "Hey, let's make one," and then you're sitting there in the, like he is now in the undisclosed location, making parts, going, "Hey, we're gonna put together some barbecue grills,"
Hey, you know what? That's the thing, though. I mean, everybody, if he's in a smaller community or outside a city, other people are going to go to
areas.
him for, hey,
Yeah,
you
for-
make
for
this
that,
part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the nice thing. Like, you're not just building. You don't just have to build parts for mini trucks. You can build shit for tractors, dump trucks. Take your pick on what you can.
Caterpillar.
If you can draw it, you can make it.
Pretty much.
oh yeah, for sure.
Just limit, and go be like, no, we don't need your 5-year-old drawing on whatever part you think you made. It might not work. You're like, this is.
I would still do it. I mean,
He's all
make
like
it work.
this, he's all, I don't build parts for cyber trucks, so
No,
Yeah.
just Mazdas.
just monsters. That's it. Hey, that's how it goes.
Hey. It just so happened to be that's the main truck that's sitting around this yard. So
Yep, and that's tight because I give it up to you because not a lot of people are building aftermarket parts at all.
Well, now you know somebody.
Now I know, and that's awesome. So it'll
So
be
if he
nice.
makes a request for something really off the wall,
It ain't gonna be
question
off the
him a
wall.
little bit
It's not off the wall. All my shit is basic stuff.
when he's high as
Off-
fuck.
Yeah, when you get that text at like 2:00 in the morning, our time, so 4:00 your
No.
time or something like that.
No,
Just say no.
Moses,
All
are
I'm
you
trying-
sure you really want this?
All I'm trying to do is just
See?
small stuff like the shock relocation place for the front. Simple stuff like that. The 5-lug conversion kit. That's about it. Stuff.
I'll
small
wait.
Stuff.
I'll wait.
Yeah. Unless he's gonna do the shit like
I'll
that
wait.
one truck, that S10
There we go.
with the door that turns completely vertical, then we're talking shit. See, I like the look. He started laughing real quick.
See what we have to deal with. I live with him.
power to you.
Just
Fuckface.
Can
Can
you
you make
make
a
it-
flux capacitor?
I was gonna say it.
Hey, we could laser that thing. I mean, it's not going to function,
Have-
but
have it-
I mean, we can make it.
have it turn on with when you turn on the headlights.
Yeah, just LED. Wrap it in LEDs. You're golden.
I'd have it functioning where it like kind of blinks when you're driving.
That's what I'm saying. You can program LEDs to do whatever.
Have it pulsate.
Yep.
So how long have you been in? How long together total year wise with the shop?
He said 9,
9.
8 or 9.
Yeah, somewhere in that ballpark.
Okay. And is there any, like, with your sticking to what you're doing, is there anything that you feel is going to change the game or change the industry that'll get you in the direction of, like, I know you're probably not jumping on the trends of whatever else people are building crazy and exotic parts, but, you know, has there been people that approached you with something outrageous to build, you know, that where you're just kind of questioning, like, do I really want to put my name behind something not this crazy? Or
I can't say I've come across that one yet.
I was going to say, short version. Have you ever said no?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
there we go.
He's like,
There's the question.
Yeah, I had a customer come by today with a Volkswagen Winnebago,
Oh wow.
and yeah, had a bunch of frame rot and wanted me to fix it.
That's where you're like, yeah, I think we're gonna start over with that one.
Yeah.
That was a man. I'll find somebody, or I'll try to find somebody that can help you out with that one.
Damn.
Yeah.
So was it the Beetle Winnebago, or was it actually based off of a bus originally?
It looked like it was based off of a Jetta.
Oh, no kidding. So
Yeah,
it was a newer Volkswagen then.
It was a V6 front wheel drive one.
Yeah, Jetta, then that would definitely be front wheel drive.
Yeah, it was very interesting looking.
Yeah, let's just throw that one away, and we'll start something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a customer bring a truck through, and there was so much body rust and body rot in it. Frame was okay, but I was like, look, man, I know you're on a budget. I know you're trying to keep stuff on the cheaper side. You're probably not going to want to start with this truck.
Oh, wow.
So he ended up selling it. Now he's looking him another one so we can do it.
Do it right.
Yeah.
And safe,
I mean,
because obviously.
It was like a 72 model C10.
Oh, damn.
So getting parts for it's not terribly hard. It's just that much more money, that much more time you got to spend in it. You know, you're already on a budget. So why blow your budget out with body panels when you can sell that truck for a decent price? Because C10s are going like crazy right now.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
they are. Have you had a budget blown out?
Say that what they?
Have you had a budget blown out?
Yes. The orange truck that we crew cab cat I was telling you about, it come in for a little bit of work. Originally the budget was like $2,000, $3,000. By the time we were done, we were hitting on 9.
Wow.
There was that much wrong with the truck that we had to keep replacing stuff. The truck had been to several tuners, and the tune wasn't right in the truck either. So I had to carry it to a guy down the road who is like the LS guru in this area to get him to tune it. It was one thing after another with that truck, man. Yeah. So we blew that one out of the water by a good bit.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
That's always a bad part when it comes to that, when you're doing something like that, and it's just, you think you fix something, it leads to another, and it just kind of trickles down into something that snowballs. And then you get it set up straight, and you're like, all right, cool, that's it. Turns out to be good or bad at the same time.
Yeah, and he hated seeing my name on his cell phone.
What
He's
now?
like, yeah, he asked me, he's like, all right, what's wrong now?
Damn.
But yeah, that's, I try to keep everything transparent, hey, this is wrong. This is what's going on. This is right. You know, it's like keep it, try to keep the customer in the loop, not just all right, cool, we brought it in. This is what we're doing. Hey, it's ready. I don't try to operate like that. I try to go and make sure
And
the customer knows what's going on step by step.
That's good because you can keep them in each step of the process. You know?
Right. And in the end, then he was happy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. Soon as he got it back, ended up going to All Truck Nationals in Maggie Valley last year.
Yeah.
And
What up, Clint?
he ended up, do what now?
Oh, one of our friends that's chiming in. A lot of people chime from like
All over.
Yeah.
Oh
Shit. A friend of ours is out. A friend of mine is out in. I'm gonna say one of the. You're either where you're at or the other Carolina. Bobby James. Bobby James, I think it's in.
No, he's in Atlanta
No,
or near Atlanta.
near Atlanta, right?
Yeah,
I thought
right
it was
on the outskirts of Atlanta.
Oh,
Yeah, Georgia.
Yeah, Georgia. There we go. I thought it was in Carolina.
Nope.
Midwest. It's so hard to.
That's East Coast.
Fuck. There we go.
Get Moses a map.
Yeah, Atlanta's like 8 hours from me.
Is there anything that you have to fight with part wise from where you live at to get, or is everything really close by? Like you got a junkyard dude, you got where you can get certain things.
What? You almost died.
You almost died.
You
I saved
almost
your-
died.
I saved your life.
Thank you.
I was like, oh, that was not a good word.
Man, junkyards are becoming very scarce around this area.
Damn.
The only junkyards you find now are like your main big name corporation style, like Carpart or something like that. All the mom and pop
What up, Joseph?
junkyards have closed up.
Oh shit.
Damn.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, so now you can't even, when it comes to like a Mazda truck, I can't go into a junkyard and find parts for it. Or let's say a hard body. I'm not going to go into a junkyard and find parts for it because they're not there.
I was gonna say in the big yards, basically, you have to tell them what you want, and they only seem to strip off the more popular parts. So if you need something that's not so popular, you're screwed because they've probably trashed it or it's sitting on the ground in their junkyard that you
Yeah.
can't access.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
Like that.
But yeah, I think, did Tim Singleton say something else?
He asked if you went to Mini Nats.
Yeah, I was there. I've been every year for 8 years now, I think. 8 or 9 years.
Nice.
We're ignoring them.
Don't tell him.
That's kind of cool.
Sorry, I got a text message.
Something cool for the podcast.
Everyone will know soon enough.
Right on, right on.
Everyone will know.
But yeah,
I'm waiting to. What's that?
Go ahead.
Nope, you go ahead.
I was going to say, make sure you keep an eye out on the YouTube channel because there's going to be some crazy builds coming here shortly, though.
Hell yeah.
Right on, man.
I'm booked out the rest of this year, and I'm booked into next year already.
Holy crap, man.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
So
Yeah.
what you're saying is I can squeeze in like 2 Saturdays from today?
So you're open
Yeah.
Sundays now. Looks like you might be working some Sundays, some late nights. Get the wife down there working with you.
Yeah, I used to work Sundays. Then I kind of took that off the schedule. That way I can have it for family day.
Yep.
There you go.
No, I completely understand that one.
Same way.
Because, I mean, we've got, well, one of the kids, she's in Minnesota. So I've got 4 out here that we kind of do all of our things, and we work all the time. We work on Saturdays, working on our stuff, and then Sunday hits, and it's just like, nope, you're not getting me out of the house. You're not getting me to do errands. It's just one of them days. You chill, you hang out, and you bullshit. That's all you do on Sundays. I just noticed I've been randomly watching your YouTube videos. Welcome to reality.
If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe.
Well, so what he's doing, he's taking a K5 4-wheel drive. The frame for the 2-wheel drive is sitting out here, and he's converting it to 2-wheel drive. He was gonna just static drop it, and I'm a horrible influence on all my friends. This guy's got the 4-link kit. He's got the upper and lower control arms. Like he's got the controller for the air management. All he's missing is compressors, bags, airline, and a tank. That's all he's missing.
Damn. He's ready to go.
Yeah, no, I'm a horrible influence on that fucker.
Don't feel bad. You're not the only one. I'm a bad influence around here too.
There's nothing as a bad influence, especially when you want to lay your shit out, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's inspiration. It's not a bad influence.
Yeah.
Very inspirational. My bank account.
He's not lying, and that's the funnier part. He's like,
They work together.
oh, I need bag brackets for the rear axle. I was all, I got some of those in the backyard. And he's like, fuck. He literally just spent money on the frame, and he was already buying bag brackets for the back. And then I think 2 days later, he bought the upper and lower control arms from our buddy at work. And we're bad. We're bad.
That's how it starts.
See what
But he ain't
happened
gonna regret
was
it. That's the thing. He's not gonna regret it.
Have you had to do any SUV builds on your end?
I had a few lined up, but they never showed up. So
That's like some people up for you. Hey, can you do this? Can you do this?
They were chicken. I don't want to ruin my
I don't want to
SUV.
ruin my warranty.
Right,
Like I don't want to
lay it on the ground.
Your
Damn it.
warranty's already ruined.
Right.
warranty. What's a warranty?
I give out taillight warranties. That's all you get out of me.
If I don't see your taillights,
If the
We're
taillights
done.
disappear, that voided.
You're running.
No, I'm talking about no. Never mind.
Ryan, my question for me is, do you feel that anybody's going to bring you something more outrageous down the road, when it comes to the trends that are coming in through the automotive industry at the moment?
Yeah. I know you weren't sitting there a minute ago, but there's a few things lined up that's going to be pretty big.
he's booked out into 2027.
Already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's got some good shit coming.
Unless something changes, unless the guy changes his mind, there's going to be a iconic cover truck supposed to be coming here for a new frame, for a rebuild.
Nice.
That is awesome to hear that. That's
Unless something changes.
yeah.
That
God
sounds
forbid
dope.
anything happens. Wow, dude, that's crazy. Has it? I know a lot of customers feel that they get their arm twisted when it comes to builds and stuff. Do you feel like do you fall into that where you have to twist your arm a little bit to persuade them into something, or is it more like, okay, cool, well, yeah, you know what, that does sound right?
Not persuading. It's re-guiding. It's just guiding them in the correct direction because they're often in the weeds. So you just got to re-guide them.
Yeah, it comes down to, this is the reason why you need to do this. Based on how you want to do something, this is better.
So you completely break it down for them and let them know, hey, bam, 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 this is what you're looking at. Completely break it down, you know.
He's got that one-on-one. It's
Yeah.
it's all that initial, hey, what do you want to do? We're going to sit down, we'll discuss it and go from there, which is the right way. Instead of the, hey, you know something? We've got a $5.99 deal we got going on over here or whatever. But if we sit down and talk, that $5.99 deal may end up being $15, but that $15 is going to be well worth all of it, that you're going to not even remember that $5.99 deal.
It reminds me of
Oh, yeah.
someday we're gonna be at that $5.99.
But I mean, seriously, like he's saying, to
Yeah.
do it right the first time.
Yeah,
And
it's better
that's what
to
you want to do instead of, chasing, oh, look, something broke.
one here,
know,
one there after another.
Yeah. If it's done right the first time, you don't have to worry about that.
Are you
Yeah,
doing any SEMA builds coming up?
Say that again.
Are you doing any SEMA builds coming up?
I had one lined up with a guy. I was supposed to do a Suburban. I don't know what happened. It kind of fell to the wayside.
Damn.
I've hit him up a couple times, and yeah, he kind of started getting squirrely on his toes. And what he wanted to do.
No, that one's still running the streets. I did that one. I did that one right.
You know, it,
Suburbans would be dope.
I meet him.
So because that fell through, did you ever think of just like kind of, like taking a? I know you probably got a project sitting back there in the backyard of the shop somewhere, where you can be like, hey, we're gonna go in this, SEMA with this build. Have you ever thought of just eliminating the person and just being like, hey, let's grab the project that's sitting out back and let's throw our hat in the race?
You understand how SEMA works.
I know how SEMA works, but I'm just saying, like, there have been where they just like, hey, we're going to use a car instead of getting a customer car.
I've never, until that one guy hit me up, I've never, had it cross my mind about trying to go to SEMA with it, with any build yet. In my mind, I'm not big enough, I guess. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm still, a small pea in the pod.
Small peas in the pod are always a big pea floating in.
What the hell was that princess story?
The pea in the pod.
No.
The pipe.
The had 100 mattresses or some shit, and the one pea fucking made her sleep like fucking shit.
Oh, the pee in the bed. Yeah.
Peeing what you do at night. Pee in the bed.
The pee in the bed. The pee under the bed or whatever the fuck it is. Yeah.
I don't want to know.
Some weird Disney shit. So, no, but for me, it's like I know you're small. You're a small potato in a big pot, but I kind of feel that. Being a small shop and throwing something like that. Fuck.
Why do I?
Well, he's a senior citizen that escaped from one of the retirement homes out here in Phoenix. His nurse is right. There's gonna be a silver alert in a few minutes.
Right.
So.
And now fuckface is in timeout.
You're in timeout.
But like I said, like when it comes to something of that build, even though you're small, you like
that way you can read
a
it.
lot of people don't
beforehand.
think you're small. You know what I mean? Like, you can think, hey, I'm a small little shop, but to a lot of other people, like, hey, man, that's the one to go. This is the guy. To them, you're bigger than what what you think being a small potato is.
Yeah, I've got a lot of friends that live nearby, and they're like, man, you're bigger than what you think you are. I mean, like at Mini Nats, within like 10, 15 minutes, while everybody was cruising, I got called out like 3 or 4 times.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Like, you're big time now. I'm like, nah, I'm still just a small guy,
I know. That's what I keep telling. That's what I keep telling these people. Like, I I don't need to be there. But it's like everyone's asking. No one does.
Everybody fucking asked.
Yeah. But with the way, how humble you are in the industry and you've been doing it for so long, do you see yourself still doing this a few years down the road with the way the trends are in the automotive industry going?
I'm hoping to, man. My goal is to be able to do this full time. Be able to quit the regular 8 to 5 and go full fledged.
Damn.
Keep the minis on the road and anything else custom.
Right? Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because sooner or later, somebody's going to need a bus for the senior citizens. The future senior citizens.
So they can all get silver alerts.
Yeah. It's going to be a bunch of bagged out trucks in a fucking retirement home. Be like, what's that? Oh, that's this club from back in the day. There goes Mr. Johnson ruining our parking lot again. That's the way I feel. Like, I know I joke around like that when it comes to that, but I kind of feel like I believe that's what you're going to start seeing future down the road. Like that 60, 70-year-old man that's still mobbing around in a fucking rat rod and a hot rod, in a mini truck, and they're gonna be like, oh, there you go, that's that old man again, and it's
the crazy old man.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, there he goes, like. I don't think it's gonna change. I think it'll just continue on with the next generation, and it'll just get. I think we're gonna fight more and more harder to keep our vehicles on the road. That's what my sense is looking at.
It's going to evolve. It's just a matter of how is it going to evolve.
Yeah.
All right.
Shit, having to not have. Well, we don't have emissions for like the same shit, but for how your guys is, damn, dude, that'd be nice.
Well, I was going to say it's going to be somebody like Ryan and his shop that's going to help keep a lot of these vehicles on the road because, for his sake, as he just mentioned earlier, he doesn't have junkyards.
Yeah.
So you're either going to have to order it, or in his case, he might even make the part himself. So
that brake cable or that brake part that you were bitching about that you couldn't find.
Oh yeah, that fucking stupid. So on the Mazdas, the Mazdas on the passenger side, when you buy the brake kit, the L piece that connects to what would be the e-brake piece, and the piece that the other piece that holds the adjuster. Some of those they're too small. They're like a little bit too small to where the adjuster falls. They're just a hair too small. Like, man, dude, if you can figure out, like, take one and look at an aftermarket Rock Auto, and you'll see the difference. Like, there's just a small hair. Like, if the shape was just a tad bit bigger, it would hold the adjuster if you don't have an e-brake. You know what I mean? Because because the ones that I've had to buy and I've fought with, and it's just, we'll put it on and it don't fit. It'll fit, but then it just like, it's just, for some reason, it's the adjuster sits and you have to let the adjuster so far out that it'll fall. It just ends at the end and it kind of falls out. So if you ever get a chance, man, look at that and tell me what you think. If you think there's a way to for you to come up with something that'll fix that problem, because with the aftermarket ones, man, they're short. They are very short.
Yeah, I had to look into that. Most time when I take the drones apart, they stay gone because I'm doing the rear disc swap.
Oh, okay. How many are you doing of those?
Say that again.
How many of the disc swaps are you doing on Mazdas?
I probably sell at least 2 to 3 kits a month.
Okay. And it's a user-friendly kit, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
The most entailed part is the hub flange that your drum slides over, or that the rotor will slide over. You have to grind down the OD a little bit.
Okay.
It's like around 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch so that the rotor fits.
Okay. And what does that kit run from you guys from your website?
I'll tell you just a second. Because we can do We do drilled and slotted rotors on that, and then we also have an option for wheelwood calipers.
Oh shit.
Nice.
Dylan says send him a picture of the part that you need, and then he's got 2 parts Mazdas
Okay.
in his backyard.
Awesome.
But if we could get
Good.
these back out and
But you can have rear disc brakes.
I know, that's what I'm looking at, the rear disc brakes. And if I could have rear disc brakes,
The kit starts out at $625.
that's not bad at
That's
all.
not bad at all.
Wow.
No, it comes with
Rear disc
banjo
conversion.
bolt, brake hose, caliper, rotor, pads, the adapter bracket, the bolts to hold that on. I mean, it's literally everything.
Mini nats or rear disc brake conversion?
That's a tough choice.
the new
Send me the link anyway, just so I have that link, so I can know as soon as I get the money. Click.
That was his dilemma. Do I go to mini nats and blow this money to fix stuff on my truck and have a great time, or do I fix my truck? So now the next question: would he do it all over again? Go to mini nats, or would he spend the money on a rear disc brake conversion?
I think I'm gonna have, like I said, send me the link, and when I'm ready for that. But that's badass though, because fuck, you know how hard it is to fucking find somebody to make that shit. It's him and who is it? The other guy, Clint Moe. Another guy that makes.
Tim.
The other guy, Clint Moe, who makes a couple parts, but his are like one shot. You order and that's it. Like, you know, it's a one shot deal that he puts out, and it's rarely every like, couple
Bless
months.
Thank
You know, that he puts a part out and he'll be like, "Hey, it's up. Order it. Once it's gone, it's gone." You know.
Yeah. And I've been asked before. It's like, hey, why don't you do the big brake kit for the front? I'm not going to, because I'm not going to step on his toes, because that's what he does.
Yep.
You know, I've been asked about doing tubular control arms. I'm like, if it comes down to it, where there's enough interest, I will. But as of right now, I'm not going to, because there's too many guys that are doing it. I don't want to step on those guys' toes.
Yeah, but you're conquering the Martin with the back end. To do the fucking the disc conversion for the rear end part, you're already conquering the market, because you don't see that. That's not something where you can just, hey, click, cool, we can go on. You know, no other site right now has that on their site. You can find Fred.
you can Fred Flintstone it, you blind.
I will if I have to, but my floor is not rusty.
I got
Yeah, I come up with
No, we already cut the bed enough.
Might get a little bit of road rash on the bottom of them feet, but it's all good.
Has anybody approached you with anything electrical, like conversion electric wise, or doing any electrical stuff? I had to ask them, like I do everybody.
No.
I put them on the face already. No?
Nah, hadn't run across
No
that one.
Tesla conversions.
Yeah, nobody. Okay.
No.
You never know. Somebody could strike.
I
a
think
lottery.
you want to do a Tesla conversion.
I think deep down inside, it's you really want an electric vehicle.
I do not.
And you know something?
But
There
you're
is
the
a
only
dealer
one-
right down the street
You're
from
the
where you
only
guys
one that
work.
asks.
No, because that's where the trend is going. There's many people.
What
that are
trend?
doing
What trend?
hot rods
Do you have an
and
electric
hot rods.
vehicle?
No.
Do I have an electric vehicle? Fuck no. Do you have one? Do you have one?
No one has one.
Ryan, do you have one?
That's my point. You're the only one.
Most of it's just it's
You're
it's
in
a
your own little
fetish he
fishing
has.
hole, and there ain't no fish.
No, I know, but
That's what you want.
no, I don't. It's just that one guy that I met at the Jerome.
No. Oh no! I do
That
agree.
truck,
Right?
that thing was
He converted to electric.
Yeah, that thing was
And
something-
electric motors?
Yeah, that thing was something dangerous. That's where I look at it as like when I see something like that, it's just if you got the money and someone's gonna come to you and be like, hey, I got X amount of money, I got this kind of vehicle, and I want to convert it to electric. You know,
But also, you're forgetting to tell them that guy was an electrical engineer.
yeah, that was my fault.
So
He geeked out.
he kind of like messes around with that stuff all day. So it was like, hey, I got some extra parts laying around. Let's convert my badass little freaking truck.
Let's take my kids' iPads and convert them into my Speedo stereo. Like that's literally how the dude did it. And when you look at it, you're like, yeah. And his son's like, yeah, these are our old iPads as kids. And it's like, and you're just like,
He made it work.
what the fuck? And he's like, yeah. And he turns it on, and it's just gauges. His little, like, it looks like a little stereo screen on the front, like an old one, and you can fucking sit there and dial in your radio. I'm just like, and his solar panel bed cover that
was pretty wild.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
So that's where I look at, like, if somebody brings you stuff like that and goes, let's figure out how to mount this in the mini. Yes, I know. No, well, here's this. How's this? A solar panel to charge your battery on a mini truck. So a small piece of solar that charges your
You
battery.
can go to Harbor Freight and get it.
Like
Yep.
charges your battery while your truck is sitting there. You know what I mean?
You
Like that.
you literally go to Harbor Freight and you buy a little fucking
So
wonky donk kit.
there we go.
Now they might not work all that well, but
You're still. I
you
mean,
can still buy one.
I'm just saying, like, as a cut, like to do something custom to someone and be like, hey, dude, we're gonna do this, because you got to give a wow factor. There's
I was going to say the Toyota Prius actually at one point, right, had a freaking roof that was literally a solar panel. So it would charge the car and everything else like that. I think Tesla tried doing it, but they couldn't get it to work. But anyways, enough electric bullshit. Gas is where it's ass to haul ass.
Yeah, we're gonna spend. Yeah, gas is always worth.
Keep them fucking dinosaurs coming.
Keep those dinosaurs working, right?
Dig them up.
Keep Jurassic 5 or Jurassic Park 6. Is there any shows that you're headed to, Ryan, this coming up, or how is the show season out where you're at?
Man, it's slammed on the East Coast. There's at least 2 to 3 a month in this area.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Bearded Beauty's gonna
Uh-oh.
let us know. What do we have in your neck?
Yeah,
of the woods?
unfortunately, my show is not on that list.
Uh-oh.
you got Florida made of steel. You got obviously Bama.
Yeah.
June out in his neck of the woods. He's got Cabin Fever out in Mississippi. Redneck Rumble. I don't know what the hell that's about, but I can probably imagine.
Tennessee.
Good Guys, Southeastern Nats in Georgia. He's got Scraping the Coast, Mississippi.
Around his area.
Texas, Tennessee, Southeastern Truck Nationals.
East Coast.
Yep.
It is right now, but it's just like as soon as their winter hits, then we get the
That's,
table.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
West Coast.
Because I mean, literally everything on here is all East Coast, besides like a couple Cali shows. July Cali show,
Do you travel that far out?
and then of course you have Salem, Oregon, July 31st to August 2nd
What show is that?
for the new Mini Nats.
The Northwest Mini Nats.
Man, I'd love to be able to get out there and hit up a few more shows that are further out, but I'm just so busy now, I can't make it any.
Yep, that's what happens when you're working 2 jobs. Yeah, nope.
And your family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Family
I
and
started to realize why everybody who builds trucks for a living has somebody else build theirs for them.
Yep. And,
You don't have time for your
There's
own
no
stuff.
time to build your own.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Busy working.
Never any time to build your own.
We're pushing about 1240 there.
Oh shit. All right, man. You want to keep going? Are you good? Are you ready to cut it? Because I know it's late for you, bro.
That's up to you, man.
It's after midnight
Yeah,
for him.
that's what I'm
Well
saying.
after
It's
midnight.
Okay. We'll keep going.
Well, hang on.
Okay, hold on.
I've been holding on to this
Okay, let's
for
go.
a hot fucking
Okay.
second.
Do
Yep.
it.
No, I already got told I had to.
But who?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, just let's do this.
Okay. He's heard the beginning. She's heard the beginning.
Okay.
I was listening to it.
Okay.
Ask and you shall receive. Let's just put it that way.
Late Frame Podcast.
Yeah.
Mic check, frame check, air out. Late Frame Podcast. Cars tucked, trucks
Listen.
drop. Scene talk show covered
Listen to the words.
We talking laid out, rides with the rockers on the ground. Big Billy wheels when the sun goes down. Back trucks hitting switches in the show line. Paint so wet, looking like it throws time. From the garage, build
Listen.
dreams to the trailer queens. Mini trucks, OBS, custom on the scene.
Listen.
Stories from the road, late nights, long hauls. Parking lot legends, posted by the walls. Late Frame Podcast, we talking that scene. Laid out, causing rocks, looking too clean. From the show field lights to the blacktop glow. We cover every build everywhere we go. Carry it out, lay it down, let the whole world know. Custom truck culture got that heart and soul. Moses won the skies just to catch that plane. Touchdown at the show. And we lay that frame. Moses on the move with the camera in hand. Parting up the sky just to land in another land. Airplane window, looking down at the lights. Next stop, truck show. Coverage all night from the business to the builders. Everybody gets love. Clean vibes rolling in, head down in the street. Chrome shining bright. Engines dressed to kill. Back street cars while they're giving everybody chill. Talk about the scene, the grind and the name. The ones who build different, not chasing the same. Family in the
While we were
scene,
doing the podcast.
friends on the road. Every episode another story gets told. Late Frame Podcast.
So that's one of our buddies. He sent that to us during this podcast.
Well, there you go.
Trendsetter worldwide.
Trendsetter, hit up Ryan and do something for Ryan's face. So he can
Thank you, Tim.
have his own music.
Yeah, Tim blew that one out of the park. I listened to the whole thing. We'll do it afterwards after we get off of here.
That is nuts.
I appreciate that. That was pretty cool.
Dude, that's fucking dope as
World
shit.
exclusive.
World exclusive right now. But I want to get back to Ryan right now.
I just had to put it out there.
That's awesome because Ryan gets to hear it first, and he's going to be like, "Holy shit!" This is his first podcast.
Yep.
And hopefully not the last one, because hopefully a lot of other guys out there will bring him on and recognize that.
I mean,
Right now,
I
Ryan is building some good stuff, getting people the mounts, the aftermarket parts, the disc differential kits for Mazdas, building stuff because that's what he had. Like he said, hey, I had my wife's Mazda, got my Mazda, it's just, that's how it is, if you got something there and you're building the parts, hey, why not, conquer the market on the little stuff, because when it comes to the little stuff and having a plasma cutter, you eliminate a lot of the middleman. You can build parts at your own pace, and you can build hard-to-find parts that are,
Or you make custom parts
that are made
yourself.
custom parts. So that's what I like about, what him, Zarate that are building stuff, and Zarate is conquering the market with building stuff for slingshots, and he's building his Taco Supreme 2.0, and everybody's
Any custom shop.
everybody's killing the game in their own little way. You know what I mean? You're killing the game with your aftermarket parts, and your company's coming up as much as it is, and you're being as booked as you are. Holy shit, man!
Yeah,
I mean, it's kind of like us. I mean, he's a year and a half out. We're 3 years. I mean, that's saying a lot for.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the thing. Even our boss started out
Small.
just a little pea in the pod, and now look at where he is. Same thing. Ryan's gonna get to that level too, real fast. I mean, if he's already got a wait list,
Yeah, and it's
that's
just
saying a fucking fuck ton.
That's
I'm
a lot.
sorry, but that's
a lot. That's saying that you got shit, dude. You got fuck,
The 9 to 5 ain't
yeah.
nothing. It's going to be the after hours
Yeah,
stuff.
like I hate to say it.
your 9 to 5 is gonna become after
you
hours.
got your wish, man. You can probably walk away with that much work and be like, hey, man, you can probably test it I'm gonna rephrase that. You could probably test the water and go, you know what? I'll take vacation. So let me take vacation from work and then see what it rolls. You know what I mean? Then you can. That's when you're like testing the waters and be like, okay, cool. I got 2 months vacation. Let's see what within this 2 months if it equals to the amount and go. You know what? Hey, right on. Here we go. Let's walk away. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting to the point now where it's like I almost kind of need somebody here full time during the day when I'm not here.
Oh wow!
Well, damn.
Holy shit!
The way it works. And that's
So-
never a bad thing.
Yeah,
No.
that is not a bad thing right there when it comes to that shit. Just be like, hey, you know what? I need somebody right now.
That's
Is it-
dope.
Is it more on the CNC part of it when it comes to that?
No,
Parts
just
of
building
it?
truck valve.
Oh, okay. So it's more than that. All right. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been tossing around the idea of trying to get back and out, out there in the shows and doing more vending again.
Good, man.
Yeah, that never hurts.
Yeah, it doesn't. It'll probably help.
Just
out
take a
with
little
the-
bit of time to get to the show and enjoy the show and, see what you can do about selling your merch, whatever that merch might be, parts, whatever.
Bring a set of parts with you, and like some of the guys do, they bring a certain amount of parts, and they go, "Hey, this is what I'm bringing with me." Bam, and then once you're out, you're out.
Yeah, I posted it before I went to Mininet. Hey, I got this, and this, and I took it with me.
Yeah, you have somebody like me show up and buy one thing and thought it was for two things. And like, no,
I bought a
damn it,
set.
I gotta wait again until he comes around next year. Shit. Yeah, but has there been people that brought you a build where it's in stages of a budget where where it has to sit for a little bit and then you bring it back out, or is it just you try to work with them to do one total bill instead of having it sit?
No, that's a good question. I have a customer right now where we're doing stuff in stages. The first stage we did a complete rework on the bed, and I think we're getting ready to do either a body drop or he wants to go dually on it.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
All right. But it's not something that takes up a lot of space in the shop, or you got a special corner for it that, hey, it's right there.
No, what we do is we'll work it up to a certain point where it's like, all right, cool. It's good. It's drivable. Here you go. He'll save up the money. We'll bring it back. We'll work on it some more. All right, here it is. It's back drivable.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's nice. Not a lot of.
That makes sense. I mean, as long as it's drivable and come to and from. So,
Wow. Well, that's even better because with a lot of shops don't do that. A lot of shops will be like, hey man, it's one of those either you got the money to get it done and you get it done, or that's all she wrote.
That goes back to me trying to help out any way I can and keep things as cheap as possible.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, man, that's awesome. Awesome when it comes to that, because it's always the small stuff, because later on down the road, those people are going to remember that, and they're going to be your best customers down the road, because of that customer service that you gave them. Yeah. Because that's unheard of. You hear these horror stories of trucks that were torn apart, put back together, torn apart, sent here, sent there, or their parts were just stripped and then they just sat. Not a lot of people realize that, okay, cool, a budget is a budget, but you have to come to the realization that parts are expensive for some vehicles depending on the year, make, and model. Not everything is, hey, we just don't pick it up. Being that junkyards are scarce, mom and pop spots are scarce for you guys out there, so that makes it harder because you can't bargain anymore.
Right.
You can't do that part of the play of bargaining.
And I think you're missing probably the most important part. Not only is it just parts if you have an issue, but it's going to be labor too, because that's, Ryan, I'm sure, isn't going to go, hey, I'm going to work for free on your vehicle.
Yeah.
I understand you paid for all these parts, but I'm going to do all the work for free. And,
That doesn't happen.
no, that's not going to happen. So that's definitely one of those key factors also. Hey, I can afford the parts. I'm not quite there on labor.
Yeah, it comes down to it as, if I give a budget on a build, if I've got to run over, 10 hours, I won't charge for that. Just to be able to keep the customer in their budget.
It's just like our work.
Oh,
Exactly like our
I
work.
figured it would be, different on every aspect of.
I mean, unless you're like in there with a stopwatch, timing yourself or whatever. I mean,
No.
it's easy to go all of a sudden, hey, I quoted you 25 hours labor and I technically have 30 to 35, but it is what it is.
Yeah. And nobody works 100% efficient.
Oh yeah, definitely. Has there been anything that's been fighting with, like, have you fought with any builds that you built? Like, has there been any fighting with aftermarket parts, or have you took apart and go, you know what, nah, we're just gonna make our own because it's trash? Or have there been anything of a struggle with when you build a vehicle?
So I'm in that dilemma right now. I've got a single cab short bed cat eye that we're starting on. The customer's already got a airbrush knock cover in, already has airbrush wheel tubs in the bed, so I can't go cutting in the bed. But it comes down to, do I buy something for this or do I make it?
Damn.
I could buy something, but it's not guaranteed it's going to fit.
Yep. And you guys don't have sort of fit out there.
And then also comes back around to my time worth building something versus buying something that's already done. We had the capabilities to make wishbones and, everything else for your chassis. But if like a company like Infamous makes it already, what's my time worth to build it versus just buying it?
Hell yeah. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I just, it's crazy because the industry has went from where you were making stuff by hand. Now you have the CAD part of it. Everyone has a table nowadays. You know what I mean? Everybody has their own table where they can just cut their own parts. Not everybody, but some people do. You know what I mean? And I think, like how you said, that the market is a little saturated with certain things, and I think the more the table comes into play, the more the market will be saturated, where there'll be more than one person that's pumping parts out. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I mean,
like how you said, you didn't want to step on anybody's toes on certain stuff because that guy's doing that already.
Yep.
Like when it comes to stuff like that.
You look at it like right now, Langmuir is making those DIY glass tables so cheap that anybody can buy one. It comes down to of these guys are buying these really cheap tables and trying to sell parts at the same rate that the rest of us are, who have dropped $25,000 to $80,000 in our machines.
But it's all about the quality, because your machine is better. You're using better steel. You probably don't have to clean up that much of a mess after the part is already cut out. Like compared to other tables, you have a cutout, and then you still have to finish it off to where it's not so choppy. That's the way I look at it in the part of when it comes.
With a plasma cutter, it also depends on the thickness of the metal you're cutting. Because if you have I don't know if this is set for like to be able to cut aluminum, stainless steel, full, thicker steels, stuff like that. And obviously, the thicker you go, at least that I've seen from my own recollection, the thicker the steel is. A lot of times, especially with plasma, you might not get as good of a cut versus a thinner steel.
Oh yeah.
That's
And you
not
just
bad.
it's dialing it in. So
Yeah.
like if you like a certain thickness of steel, you'll set it up. I'm sure Ryan probably has his set up. Hey, I can use this thickness of steel with my plasma cutter, and it cuts like butter.
What up, Nico?
Oh shit, he's back in Arizona from another
I think he was in Florida.
Florida.
Right.
He's out picking up.
We got a special guest, Nico Ryan, in North Carolina.
Out there from Basic Bag Works.
Thanks.
Pumping out the stuff. Doing a lot of things for a lot of people where he's at, and that's cool that there is many shops out there. That you have. There's more than one shop, but normally you don't hear a lot of like custom shops like that. Where we do some mini trucks here and there. We have a couple out here, but it's not like you have what 4 that are big heavy hitters out here, that are pumping out some stuff, and then you have like the ones that you don't hear about, like the hot rod ones and a bunch of the other ones that are around town that we have here that are pumping out the same work. Oh shit! All right. Well, because it's already 10, man. I know you got to get some sleep. I want to thank you for coming on the show, Ryan. Thank you, and hopefully we can. Do you have any shout outs? You want to plug anything right now where they can find you at?
Yeah, we're on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. We got the website.
Plug it out.
That's basicbagworks.com. And then I have a show coming up in September. It's a 100% charity show. We help out families in need, whether it be a family in the community or a family in the local community. Just try to help them out.
Awesome. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I want to thank you. I want to thank Ryan coming out and joining us from Basic Bag Works in his undisclosed location where he's at. In his bunker somewhere. In his bunker somewhere,
His safety room.
Right.
Room, yeah. But,
Safe room.
we want to thank him.
Thank you, Ryan.
For coming out and joining us tonight. Remember, guys, go to Basic Bag Works. Check out his YouTube page. And check out the stuff he's doing. Shit, if you own a Mazda, he's got some parts for you.
Yep.
On behalf of
Thank you for reaching out to me too.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. That's how it always goes, man. I'm telling you.